Commander Honglan is going to be your very first skill check, and I think a lot of people are going to stop playing at this boss. She is absolutely brutal and a complete demon. So we're going to go over everything you need to know for this fight, the items and strategies that I used in order to make this fight easier so you guys don't have to struggle. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now by now I'm assuming a lot of you understand that she is absolutely relentless, and in order to actually get her down and defeat her, you need to be doing damage to her almost constantly. So because of that, I have equipped the Bone Needle Blight. This is going to allow you to get blight on her, and even when you're not hitting her, she's still going to take a really good chunk of damage. This was almost a necessity for me, as I spent the majority of this fight trying to interrupt her as well as flee from her and dodge, but she constantly is coming after you. So even when you're not hitting her, having some damage ticking her health down is definitely a good move. Now the move you're seeing right here that is staggering her and cutting her out of a lot of her combinations is called the Echo of Wuchang Fallen. This is going to be a spell that is going to cause shockwaves to come out of your hand, and it will disrupt every single combination that she is doing. The only part that I have found that it will not disrupt is when she transitions from phase 1 to phase 2. This is an absolutely essential part of this fight, as it can be very hard to figure out times to heal and figure out when you can attack her. This spell allows you to get a ton of damage off on her quickly and interrupt everything she's doing. Now typically I would suggest some kind of throwable item to hit the boss with. However, because this boss is a humanoid and she dodges so well, throwable items I have found typically did absolutely nothing, so I will not be recommending any throwables here. The last recommendation, if you want to make this fight a little bit easier, is to use a long sword. Not only does it have great combos and a very fast double slash, but you want that blink kick. The blink kick is going to be an interrupt that, much like our spell, is going to interrupt almost everything that she does and give you a very short time of reprieve so you can back off and reassess the fight. But with all the recommendations out of the way of what I think you should do for this fight, I'm going to go ahead now and break down phase 1 of this completely maniacal fight. Now as soon as you enter the boss arena, she is going to lunge at you. She does this absolutely every time. It is the opener of the fight. The way to dodge this is right at the point where she's about to get to you, dodge to the right, and then you're going to want to continue dodging as she's going to go into a combo. Now typically she can go into one of two combos. The first is going to be where she's going to do 2 punches and then follow that with a swing, followed by a second swing. She'll then raise her foot over her head and smash it down on the ground. Now, the other one is going to be when she lunges at you and then will immediately go into a double kick. If you dodge to the left, that double kick will hit you and you will take a ton of damage. Now getting away from her is a little bit challenging because that is really the only time you're going to be able to heal, but you need to watch out for the move where she throws a fan of knives at you. It is incredibly annoying because it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it almost always hit me except for a few times. Now you can dodge any direction to have this miss you. As you can see, I dodged right at the last second backwards and the knives seemed to go through me, but I got the shimmer dodge off. But just keep in mind that if you get too far away from her, she is going to throw knives at you. Now because we're so far away from her, you're going to see her do another lunge attack followed by a swing upward. Typically the initial lunge won't hit you if you're far enough away, but the follow-up can, so make sure you dodge to the left as soon as she swings. You're also going to see a double vertical slash, usually into a charge right after, and these are pretty easily telegraphed, one of her only easy moves to dodge. Now what you're going to see right here is the perfect location to use the Echo of Wuchang Fallen. It's one of those spells that's going to smash her against the wall and cause her to take a ton of damage because she can't go anywhere. So anytime you get her close to a wall and you have this active, go ahead and use it because it's going to be the most beneficial spell for you to use, as it will interrupt everything that she's doing and cause her to be paralyzed. She does also have the ability to raise up her foot and smash it on the ground without using any other combinations, and if you're close enough to it, electricity will shoot out into the water and hit you, so you definitely want to be careful. The easiest thing to do here is just dodge to the left or right. Your timing doesn't have to be perfect here because it's pretty easily telegraphed. Now those are really the only moves you're going to see in phase 1, and although it doesn't seem like a lot, she's so relentless and does them so quickly that it can become very overwhelming. I had to sit here for hours and learn how to dance with her in order not to get hit or punished by dodging at the wrong time or being out of position. Now what you're seeing now is going to be the intro of her phase 2. After I got the poise break, I backed off because this is the perfect time to heal. She's going to backflip, and if you're too close to that, she's going to kick you, and after that she will start her phase 2 by shooting these giant wind blades at you. In phase 2 you're going to see a lot of the exact same combos, however she's adding about 4 different combos that are much more ridiculous and require you to really lock in for the last half of this fight. Now right now you're going to see a double kick. This was what I was talking about in phase 1. Sometimes she will lunge across the map at you, and if you dodge to the left, she will double kick and hit you twice. So always dodge to the right anytime she's trying to hit you with this. Per usual, it's super important to interrupt her as many times as possible because the combos in this second phase can get absolutely out of hand. So you're going to see me a bunch of times using the echo just so I can get a breather. Now one of her next moves she's going to do is she's going to jump backwards and get some distance on you, and then she will put both of her swords up in the air, charging them and then swing them down. However, you don't dodge right as she swings her swords down, you dodge a moment afterwards as she's going to launch a horizontal wind strike at you. Now keep in mind, the wind strikes that she does with one arm are going to come out a lot faster than the one she does with two. It's just a very weird timing thing that I found, but if you can get that timing down, it's going to be much easier to get in and get some damage off on her after she's swung those two swords forward. Now I'm going to pause this here. If you see her get into this stance, you need to be prepared. She is about to unload a massive amount of Beyblade destruction, and you have to dodge just at the right time not to be completely one-shotted by this. So what this move is slowed down is she's going to lunge at you doing 5 separate strikes. I got hit by the first 2 and then was able to get out of the combo by the time the final 3 were coming, and then after that she jumps up into the air, pausing for a second, and then slams back down on the ground. This is by far her absolute deadliest combo, and if you can learn this combo and get past it, you should be able to finish the fight. But out of everything that she does, all of phase 1 and 2, you have now seen everything that she's going to throw at you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the entire boss fight here, play by play, real life as it happened in real time, so you guys can see exactly what you're going to be working with for those people that would like to see the whole fight without everything chopped up or broken down. But there you have it, guys. That is it for the Commander Honglan fight. This is a really fun fight once you get everything figured out, but she is an absolute demon. So if this boss guide helped you in any way, definitely leave a comment and a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification on the way out. We have a ton more videos coming for Wuchang Fallen Feathers, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. But with all that being said, until next time, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.